Hello and welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. My name is Sibylle and today I'm going to talk to you about passions and profits, two subjects that we all love, don't we? In my line of work as a coach, I obviously often talk to people about their passion. And when I mention that it is my belief and my work with people that passion should be central in life, they should be prioritized, I always get variation of the same reaction, which is, that sounds great, Sibylle. It's just I could never do that because my passion isn't profitable. There's just no money in it. I think that's such a shame that people only think along the lines of your passion produces something which you sell and that is the money you live on, that is what centering your life around your passion looks like. And it does in some cases, but in truth, there are many variations and many other creative ways of centering your life around your passion. And I would like to talk to you about these a little more because when I say this, it sounds a little vague. It sounds vague when I say, my experience shows that as soon as somebody dares to actually put their passion front and center in life, the rest of life tends to fall in place around it. It just happens. And it happens in 100% of the cases. By the way, there's no fails so far in the experience of my coaching practice and of myself and friends as well. So it sounds vague because, like I said, every person's path is completely different and individual. So I thought I'll give you a couple of examples in the following to get your imagination going and to get you thinking about how this could work in your own life. So I'd like to start off by saying that life's essentials are not what most people think they are. Most people think when they hear essentials, they think of the rent, the mortgage, the buying food, living, surviving, existing, paying bills. And obviously it is important to eat and to live somewhere. I'm not saying it isn't. Neither am I saying that you shouldn't look for the material and it's bad to have money or to have possessions. I'm not saying that at all. It's fantastic to be rich. Go for it by all means. What I'm saying is that if you start with this as the essentials in life, you have it backwards and it leads to a problem. The problem is that when you focus on the material first as the essentials in life, then you tend to get stuck on the material plane. Look around you. How many people do you know who just about scrape by, who work their backsides off just to pay the rent or the mortgage and just to raise their children and put them through school and university and just to, make ends meet and to live and to keep up their standard of living? They get stuck in that because they focus on this first. They think that is the essentials in life. To which I say, the essential in life is your passion. Or passions for multi-passionates. So if you center your life around passions, like I said before, the material usually takes care of by itself. And I'll give you an example of this to make it a little more concrete and less vague. Now I have a good friend who always had a passion for travel. Now she was quite successful, she had a good career, well-paid job, regular office job. And at some point, she just quit that job, joined a travel company, and became a tour guide for a number of years. So for the next years, she traveled all around, had no permanent residence, had a lot less money than before, and was outrageously happy at the same time. But it doesn't end there. That's what I'm saying. The material, it's not all of, I'm not telling you to become poor. I'm telling you to start focusing on your passion and to trust, because what this friend is now doing, with all the experience she has, with all the direct contact as a tour guide with the people who take the tours, she knows exactly what they like. She knows exactly what goes down well, what they complain about, what they prefer, and what people actually want to go to go traveling and go on tours. And now she's thinking about starting her own tour company, which could potentially make her a lot of money, especially for someone who really knows what they're doing the way she does, but all with her years of experience in the industry. So you see, the passion came first and the material just followed. And that is what happens every time. And obviously your passion might not be travel and might be completely different, but this was just one example. Now, like I said, there are so many different ways of centering your life around your passion. A former client of mine had a passion for the history of her country and the cultural heritage, and she ended up being the director of a cultural heritage center. After years of work, obviously, but she got there, and now she works on it every day, on the thing that she loves most, and passing on that heritage and informing other people about it, and being in beautiful places, and is amazingly happy as well as very successful. So as you can see, centering your life around your passion can actually involve a job, a paid job with a salary. Other people center their lives around their passion by reducing their material needs, by living off the grid, growing their own food, or doing something that only requires a small job, something that just pays the very essentials and doesn't take up a lot of time and energy and headspace. So they have plenty of room and time to actually fulfill to pursue their passion and to prioritize their passion in life. And obviously there are some, like artists, who do live off their passion, who make a living with what they produce. Now this usually requires a lot of work, inner work on self-esteem, so you don't undercharge people, so you know that you actually feel worthy enough, because a lot of people, especially artists and crafters, often feel like they're not good enough. And who would pay for jewelry, who would pay for clothes? The market is so flooded. When actually there are examples every day of people who find a niche, something that nobody else did, and make a killing in it. And also, I mean, I had one client who's a painter who said to me, people wouldn't pay that much money for my art. And it's so patently untrue, because left, right, and center, there's people who spend loads of money for art. And I said to her, why not on yours? So it required a bit of work, because we tend to think that we can't charge for something that we love doing. It's this brainwashing we get from our society that profitable work, has to be awful. It has to be something we hate. It has to be something we drag ourselves out of bed on a Monday to do, to go to a job, to work for someone else, and then just hope for the weekend to come around. So if you're actually doing something that lights you up, that you love, you feel almost guilty charging for it. But that's actually how it's supposed to be. This is how life is meant to be. We got it all backwards. We're in this nightmare situation in our society, and I'm not going to get political now, but it's not how human beings are meant to be on a higher level. So dare to look beyond that, because your passion and your joy is what you're supposed to feel in your life. And trust me, there is always a way. Get some support, get a coach. It doesn't have to be me, some coach that you resonate with. Pursue this and be relentless, and see your life falling into place. Would you like to join my tribe of wild spirits? All you have to do is go to wildspiritscoaching.com and fill in the little form. You'll receive free weekly coaching magic directly to your inbox, packed with information, inspiration, recommendations of books and other resources, and lots more. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com. You can also Google Wild Spirits Coaching, that'll get you to my website as well, and sign up. Now I promise you I will never ever spam you, nor will I ever share your data with anyone else. It's completely safe with me. Thanks for watching.